Why aren't you talking?
Because I was doing the slowest fade.
Yeah, but you're supposed to talk over it while you slow it down. That's all right. You're tired.
Listen, you're never, ever going to be happy with the way I run a board. Ever.
I'm sorry.
You would have been the worst program director of all time.
No,
You'd be like,
I would have been the best.
You would be so good. You'd be so good at this if you would just talk. If you would just talk before as it fades. I'd be like, you are being so fucking tedious right now.
Yep. And your show would have sounded great.
Anyway, welcome to The Ugly Truth.
Welcome.
Okay, it is possible that Stephanie's going to make a visit.
I know, it's exciting.
Next week, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We took a week off for Labor Day because you labor,
I labor.
we labor. So we decided
all labor.
Everybody labors in their own way. So we're like, let's just take the 3-day and chill. And
I believe the ugly truth, the Uggs are forming an Ugg union. So that was another reason for taking the day off.
Well, the quick note on Labor Day weekend is now because I am a mature woman and a handsome woman.
Oh God.
I don't like to partake in the alcoholic beverage to the point of puking anymore. Those days are behind me.
Are they?
Well, they were.
That's not what I heard.
Until last weekend, when we're like, you know what? We're going to go to brunch with our friends.
Yeah.
We haven't Ubered to a brunch in 1,000 years. Let's Uber so that we can really enjoy ourselves and not worry about drunk driving or getting a ride or staying anywhere. Mm-hmm. So we Ubered our butt all the way down to the river, which sounds worse than it is.
Down by the river.
It's actually really lovely.
Yes.
Ish. Anyway, so we got one of these mimosas that has 2 bottles, and we'll talk about that in a minute. 2 bottles of champagne in it.
It's a mega mimosa. It consists of 2 bottles of champagne and then whatever combination of juice.
Cranberry and orange juice.
Yes, we had cranberry orange.
All right, we're going to have to talk about that. Anyway, we had 2 of those.
Yes.
To the point.
Four people, by the way.
Where their social media person comes over and starts taking photos of us.
Yeah, and the bartenders were talking about how proud they were of us because most people with 4 can't finish one, and we killed off 2.
In fact, Greg goes, when we go out with our 30-year-old nieces, they can't even finish one.
Yes.
And I'm like, and at one point, we used to tell this to our kids because they would be so thirsty, they would drink till their eyes watered.
Yeah.
And we'd always say, hey, don't suck your eyes out. And so I'm drinking like I've never had a...
Because it's a giant straw because it's a community
and
glass.
It was like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was thirsty. It was hot where we were because, no bars have decent air conditioning.
Not on the river.
So I'm sucking my eyes out. and Greg's like, oh, my God. And you were like, don't suck your eyes out. And all I could think of is, I don't have to worry about driving home.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dig deep and go back to my roots, which I did.
You did.
Indeed, did I.
Yes.
And then I said, you know what this party needs?
Oh, my God.
Tequila. So we went to another bar where we proceeded to have tequila. 2 pitchers of tequila.
Margaritas,
And they're one of the strongest pitchers in the city. Yeah. There's no way.
Those 2 by themselves, we would have been feeling good, let alone the mega mimosas.
And I remember the last thing I remember saying was when we were leaving the first place, the quote unquote brunch was, I don't even feel it. I feel fine. That was the last thing I remember saying.
Famous last words.
I don't remember and the only other thing I remember is when we were watching TV at their house afterwards trying to sober up.
Yeah.
And you got an Uber. And all I remember is the Uber driver was driving erratically to me. And he was playing cool, popular Indian music.
Yeah.
And he was singing to it like, this is like the coolest song right now. And it's great. Yeah. But I was like, please just get me home. And I know I was being a bit rude because I didn't want to throw up in his car. Yeah. I'm like, I just need to get...
How are you being rude? You were practically sleeping.
Because I felt, the hateful thoughts.
Oh, okay. So that was the thoughts you were being rude.
My
but
hateful
you didn't
thoughts.
Actually say anything for the
thank
record.
God, because I was worried.
You said nothing. Until we got home, you bolted out of the car. You didn't even want to let him come down the alley.
Did you at least explain?
No.
Okay.
No, honey, these are Uber drivers. They 80% of their rides are like this, especially on a holiday weekend.
Well, I felt bad about it.
Well, you didn't puke in his decent Camry.
And you gave him a 5-star review.
And we gave him a 5-star review. He got us home. Yeah.
God, that air conditioning was so good.
Yeah.
It was so cold. It was freezing my eyelashes. I was so happy to have it. Anyway, so that was last weekend. Yeah. So yes, we did not do a show. In fact, like, hey, do you want to do a show? I'm like, I do not.
You do not.
Because I threw up and I feel like shit. And I haven't felt like that.
It took you a day and a half to recover.
A full day and a half. Yeah. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Although, let's not act like you were wonderful.
I was hammered also. I did not throw up.
No, you did not.
I will tell you, I think the thing that got me the most was that's a lot of carbonation. You were full. And acidic and juicy and like that. The mimosas were like, they were good, but I was full and I feel like I didn't eat anything or very little.
We didn't.
Well, I had my chilaquiles.
You did, but
generally speaking, for the amount of alcohol we consumed, when we went to they had the margaritas. They have some of the best food in the city. I couldn't eat.
We somehow ordered bean dip. I don't even know how that got on the table.
You ordered bean dip.
I didn't say, hey, can we have bean dip?
She goes, do you want guacamole or bean dip or anything? And you're like, yeah, because
Glenn doesn't like guacamole.
Well, it was because that we sat in a food section, but we only really wanted to drink, so we felt obligated to order food.
Well, it was technically a food. It's technically
near the bar.
No, it's technically in the bar. Mm-hmm. Because it's reserved for people who cannot pony up to the bar. Greg's
all, we're sitting in the wheelchair section?
Yes, we are sitting in the wheelchair section. And briefly,
oh God.
Briefly, there was a little bit of an altercation at the first place where some guy was being an asshole and his kid, he's like, you slammed the door on my kid. And Greg's like, no, I didn't. The door is heavy.
Yeah. Oh,
they cut in front of you
and
all the things. And I'm like, well, if you had actually hit the child, we could have easily sat here because we could just invite them over and just sit with us.
Wow.
Anyway, I digress. It was a great weekend. I loved it. Fun. It was so fun.
Yeah. But that's the long-winded way of telling you we didn't do a show last week.
No.
It was
Labor Day.
We pontificated to ourselves that it was because of the 3-day weekend and nobody would listen anyway. But the reality is that we were hungover.
Incredibly. And I will honestly tell you, I can't remember the last time we had a normal meal.
Yeah.
Like we've been eating like college students for like 2 weeks.
I know.
I'm not regretting anything. I'm just saying. I'm like, I've never felt thinner, but I'm just saying it's been weird.
So do we want to share the big news with everybody that we have a new baby?
We do have a new baby. Who thought this uterus could do it?
I know, right?
No, I'm just kidding. I know it could actually. That's why you're
that's why that's
unable
not
to do it. Yeah. Thank God. Who knows how many children we would have had?
87.
I can't keep you off of me. We'd have like 8 kids. It would have been terrible. I've been like, you have to stop being in love with me. Please, I beg of you. Please find me unattractive for at least a year.
So we go the other route.
So because you are, and listen, I completely get it. You are not a fan of cats.
No.
One of the reasons being that you have decided that you're the responsible for cleaning all the litter boxes. You don't want me cleaning litter boxes, and so you do it. And we have 3. We didn't choose these animals. These are our children's animals where they moved and cannot take them with them. So now they're our animals. So we have these 3 cats, and I said, I think I'm ready for another dog. We have 1.
Right.
We lost the 2 in the last 2 years, and I said, I think I'm ready for a dog, but I really want a Sheltie. Mm-hmm. And you're like, absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
And so,
which is what the one from a few years ago.
Yes. Yeah. Now it has taken months to find. And then I remembered a friend of mine referred me to a Sheltie breeder many years ago because her mom started it and now the daughter is continuing. These are some of the most beautiful dogs you've ever seen. And she's known for them, their temperament.
Right.
And so it's never worked because she doesn't breed constantly. So there's never always a litter.
Sure.
So this year she decided to do some litters because she wants to go do some shows. And then whatever dog she doesn't keep, she's going to sell.
Yep.
And so I'm like, oh, I'll check her out. And it just so happens that she had a litter born on the 4th of July. And I said, hey, I'm looking for a male because I will never get another female dog. Yeah. Not my jam. And she goes, well, I have 2, but I don't know if they're spoken for. And they came out so perfect. I'm probably keeping 1. but if that one is available, I will put you on the list. I'm like, thank you. I didn't hear anything. Yeah. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And she's like, they won't be ready till September anyway. She tried to offer me an older one. And I said, you know what? And now I'm wondering if I should have done it.
Why?
Because we're so tired.
Oh.
But
that would have made a difference.
Because you would have been 4 months old.
Yeah, but you'd have to train somebody the way somebody else trained.
That's right. So I said I would. That's very sweet. And he was a beautiful boy, but I just, no. Yeah. There was too much travel. We went to Canada, all the things.
The timing wasn't right.
So then all of a sudden, she emails me last week. She goes, hey, are you still interested in the boy? Can make an arrangement? Do you want it? I'm like, yeah. I was so sure I wasn't getting this dog that I started looking at huskies again.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe we'll just get a husky puppy. There's got to be one around here. And then she goes, yeah, do you want it? I'm like, I absolutely want it. Well, now she had moved to Arizona.
And not just any Arizona, deep
Arizona. Because it was her and her husband's dream to have a huge farm, which is some people, that's everybody. Yeah. A lot of people go, God, wouldn't it be great to have our own farm and we can do whatever we want, blah, blah, blah. They got it. Yeah. And then some life happened and they ended up moving a little bit faster than expected. Yep. She still has family where she lives, which was really only 4.5 hours away from us. But now she's like 12 hours away from us.
Oh my God.
So she said, can you meet me this weekend? And I came downstairs to you because it's Friday.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, anyway, you feel like spending a bunch of money and going to get a new dog? And you're like, what? And so I explained, we have to go to Needles, California, which is basically a border town of Arizona.
Yeah, it's
and Vegas right. and Nevada, by the way.
It's really right it's where California, like, the armpit of California, the bottom tip of Nevada, and the top northwestern tip of Arizona. Yeah.
It is this
Colorado River, literally right on the
literally the Colorado River is right there in town. Yeah. So I said, do you want to do it? And you're like, oh, yes, of course, whatever you want, because you're so nice and you love me.
I do.
And I'm like, now, of course, you are on your way to Boston. So you're like, I have to fly out. Like, as of this, when this drops, you'll be on your way home from Boston already. It'll be insane. But you're like, we have to drive. You even were like, maybe we could fly.
Yeah.
And I said, but now we've got to get a health certificate. And I've never taken a dog on a plane before. And I don't know what that entails. And we're going to spend more time doing that than just driving our ass. And I don't mind driving. Yeah. And so I said, you know what? If this is too much, I'll just drive down myself. I'll just drive myself. And you're like, abso-fucking-lutely not.
That's
you will not.
Ridiculous fucking thing to say.
It's not ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Why?
Nobody. I shouldn't do that drive by myself.
Based on what we did in the last 24 hours, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Everybody should have a buddy if you're going to do that drive.
We drove through the Mojave Desert.
I know. I know.
There's no.
So you and I were like, all right, let's always saying yes. Yep. Let's freaking do it. So we throw a few things. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be minimal. And you're like, do you need the suitcase? And I'm like, no, I am going to do this primal. Yeah. I didn't bring any hair products. Yeah. Well, I did bring dry shampoo. And I brought some pony. I brought some people care.
No one cares about your dry shampoo.
I brought minimal makeup.
Got it.
And that was it. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just going to shower when we get home.
You did. I mean, your version of raw dogging it, to be honest, it was.
Very much so. We stayed at a
Hampton Inn.
I felt like it was a motel, but apparently they are technically hotels.
Yes.
But it certainly felt
motel-y. That's where we were supposed to meet the person. And so we thought, well, we'll just stay there. I had points. It was Hilton, so it was fine.
But we drove.
We took off. Us.
How long did it take? Well, okay. So the drive, it's 100 degrees already here. And then we're going and I'm like, it's getting hotter.
Yeah. It's 100 in the desert is a little bit than 100 where there's actual greenery, but
it is chokingly hot.
Yeah, it was very hot.
So we're not even halfway there. I foolishly, so we bought road trip snacks, of course, but it's all salty. It's all salty and sweet stuff. Candy, beef jerky, chips, whatever.
Road trip stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, I need fresh fruit. I need a salad. I need things like that.
Well, yeah, we ended up figuring that out.
So I'm like, hey, we'll just stop and we'll just go to whatever grocery store and then we'll just I'll grab whatever I want and then we'll be fine.
Yep.
We did not find anything. And of course, in my brain, I'm like, you know what? This is what's wrong with this country. No one can get fresh food whenever they want. Yeah. This is ridiculous. This is an outrage.
Well, for example, where we stayed,
mad.
Which is a town of, I don't know, 8,000 people, something like that.
It's a small border
town, right?
They don't have a grocery store.
Right.
That's insane.
You know where the closest grocery store to us was 12 miles away in Arizona.
You have to leave the state to get food? Or you can drive an hour to Barstow.
Yeah. No, two.
To Barstow. And I'm like, and in Barstow, there's 2 grocery stores. Yeah. And that's a big military town.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is unacceptable. Something has to change. This is outrageous. I was so angry.
The ride there.
And there's no water. You can't make your own. You can't have a farm there. It's brown.
Oh my God, it was.
It's dry. It's desert.
So we did. I wouldn't say we took our time, but we didn't rush to get there because there was no point, right? Just getting there was fine. So we get there. Well, we probably took, with stops, a little over 9 hours to get there. Yeah. But one of those stops was awesome.
It was awesome. So I had never seen Route 66.
Yeah.
If I have, I don't remember. Yeah. Well, I know it doesn't exist anymore.
Technically, no. It's a historic thing now, but it's not an actual.
We passed Barstow. First of all, I didn't realize. Okay, I'm not into Disney Pixar cars as much as some. Tyler had already grown up and he liked cars, but he was a little older, so it wasn't like his jam. But I know a lot of kids who are like 13, that was their thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are all these towns called Springs?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, like Radiator Springs from Cars. Yeah. It's
based on Route 66.
It's based on Route 66. I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. It didn't even occur to me. So we're driving, we leave Barstow, and that's like the beginning of Route 66, or almost the beginning of Route 66. After Barstow, you're
gonna get close.
You're gonna start hitting it. And so you and I were both very dejected that I couldn't get fresh fruit or a salad. It's so bougie, but I don't give a shit. And I'm like, I'm a California girl. Everybody's got fruit and vegetables.
I was eating Twizzlers and Pringles.
Plastic food. And so you're like, well, there's a Chevron. Let's just pull off and we'll see if they have like, I don't know, apple or something. I'm like, okay, cool. And I wasn't being a baby about it, but maybe I was. I complained a lot on this trip. I felt.
That's fine. No, you didn't. It's fine.
I did?
No, it's fine.
You're lying.
You didn't. What was funny is the only time you did, you're like, I'm complaining a lot, aren't I? And by the way, and we're in the elevator leaving. He's like, I complained a lot. And oh, by the way, the bed still sucks.
and then in the same breath, they said, but I guess I'd stay here again if I had
exactly.
to. But I don't think I would.
No.
I don't want to. Anyway, I would drive the 12 miles to Arizona.
Sure.
God. Anyway, so you're like, oh, look, there's a Chevron. They have a Subway. And I'm like, if I have to, I suppose I'll do it. So we pull in. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing all these signs going, go to the barn, go to the barn. We have pizza, we have hamburgers. And I'm like, what's the barn? And I'm like, go down there. And we see this little, like a movie in the middle of nowhere, in the middle betwixt sand and dirt. There is
nothing for hundreds of yards from this place.
It's nothing. And here is this standalone thing. And well, I'm like, go there. I'm like, I bet it's good.
Yeah.
We pull in and I'm like, well, it's open and it's clean. It's not scary looking. So, I mean, it was very old looking actually, but it had a lot of Route 66 stuff.
It was a dive.
It was a dive bar. And so we go in and it's just like the movies. You walk in, everybody turns and looks at you like, what are you doing here?
You're not from around here.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, and it's a bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, but there's no political things anywhere. Yeah. It's very chill, hot as hell, you know, because all they have is fans and a swamp cooler. Oh, that's another thing. And so we just walk in. The bartender, she's like kick ass. She's like, hey, welcome, come in. You want something? I'll be right with you. So I'm like, do we drink beer? Because like we've been driving and you're like, fuck yeah, we're having beer. I'm like, okay.
Just light though.
So we had
hydrating beer.
And she's like, I have Modelo on tap. I'm like, done and done. Give me the Modelo on tap. I go to the bathroom. I come back and they're in mason jars.
Yeah.
And they were so cool. There was ice on the jar. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm in love with this place. This is amazing. And I have pictures. I can post some pictures if anybody's interested.
And they had and they handmade the pizza for us.
Handmade. And the other bartender, she goes, "Isn't that pizza really good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's delicious." She goes, "She makes that herself," and I'm like, "It's amazing." She was amazing.
It was. We'll never go to that place again because we'll never be through those roads again, most likely. But
if we ever did,
if you find yourself traveling between California and Arizona and that part of the desert or whatever, definitely stop in Newberry Springs.
The barn.
And go to the barn.
It's amazing. Way better than Subway at Chevron.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
100%.
Anyway,
just no veggies.
She's like, "Please come back."
Which I found funny, by the way, when she said, you
want veggies? I'm all no.
So we had just complained about trying to find some kind of greenery, right, or fruit or something, and then when she came and said, "Well, I've got this meat, this meat, this meat," and you're like, "All of them," and so
I know you like all meat.
And then she goes, "Is there any veggies, anything?" And you're like, "Nope," and I'm like, what just happened?
Well, I don't want cooked vegetables. I wanted fresh.
Yeah. So anyway, definitely go to Newberry Springs.
It was amazing. Newberry Springs at the barn. Best service ever. Coldest beer ever.
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was funny because I came out of the bathroom and I said, "Did you see her pour those?" Because I didn't want to get drugged and stuck. No, I just didn't want to get stuck in the desert and never be heard from again. It's really desolate. Really, really freaking desolate. But they ended up being so freaking cool. And I'm like, okay, I feel better. And I'm like, I think it's because I was wearing my chola hoops. I'm almost sure.
It probably didn't hurt.
It didn't. Anyway, so we get there and then we meet the breeder and she's got these 2 gorgeous little Sheltie puppies in the shade in the lawn. And there was another couple there getting their dog as well. Thankfully, she came early because we weren't supposed to meet her till the mid to late afternoon. So we weren't set to get home till almost midnight. And there they were. And I was like, "Oh my God." And she goes, "That's your boy." And he's leaping around, barking, an insane little creature.
The opposite of what he's doing right now.
He's slumbering, wearing his butt out. And so I was overwhelmed. I was like, "Are we sure this is, and I even had this, I'm like, do we really want to do this?" Yeah. A friend of mine's like, "Well, enjoy not sleeping."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's essentially the same as having a child.
Like having a baby. And I was like, wait a minute, Do I want to uproot my whole life for a baby again? Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll do it. Yeah. So we took him home, and he's amazing.
Yeah, he was great.
So his name is Stuart Gilligan, but we call him Stewie. And Daryl wants to call him Bitch Stewie when he misbehaves, but honestly, I don't know if that fits.
Hopefully, you know the Family Guy reference. No,
Stewie fits. He absolutely. But there's a few things about Stewie that are already coming to light. Yeah, he's bougie. Mm-hmm. He loves treats. Yeah, and he clearly loves and has been around cats. Yeah, because he wants to play with them so badly, and they're just like, our cats are like 10 years old, and they're like, immediately no. We know what you are. We've seen your kind around here before. Yep. Isabel, our oldest kitty, could care less. Yeah. She didn't even flinch. She's like, "Oh God, another." I'm like, "Yeah, sorry." I
went to play with Baxter last night. Baxter bopped him on the head. Oh, and like, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah, Baxter's like, and he looks at me, he's like, "What are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing to our relationship?"
Well, what's funny is because we had something. We have babysat you guys have probably heard us talk about before, Max, this little puppy of our friends. Well, he's little, but he's not a puppy anymore. But so the cats are used to, and even Sasha, our husky, is used to a little dog being around. I think the difference they're already realizing is this one's not going away after a few days.
They can tell already. Yeah. And our husky is losing her mind.
Yeah, she's going to be so excited to have a friend. We have to kind of temper this a little bit.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I realized this morning after sleeping only a few hours, because he woke up at 3:30 and then again at 6:30.
Not too bad though. It wasn't, although I will say I was so exhausted it wouldn't have mattered.
Dude, we were. You know what?
If that was a power drive coming
there was back. A time I woke up at some point and I went, did he cry? Because I couldn't tell because we were so tired. And you know what was really sweet? I just want to say all of our friends and even the breeder kept texting us going, "Are you guys safe? Did you make it?" Because that is a very dangerous drive. Yeah, it's not safe. No, there's you're in the so many trucks. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere. Half the time you don't have service. A million government facilities, by the way, that you're not supposed to know about. Yeah. And you can tell that it's government owned because there's nothing as far as the eye can see. But there's weird shit out there, and you're like, oh God. And it feels creepy, by the way. It's a creepy drive, no doubt. I-5.
I fucking blew home, man.
Dude, 7 hours. And even then they're like, why aren't you home yet? We're like, we're trying. It's so hard. It's like, we're so tired. Plus,
I was like feeling like I was driving forever and it's been 8 minutes.
And you're like, I know. And I said, oh, we must almost be home. You're all 2 more hours. I'm like, no, God. And you know what? Again, we didn't eat. Yeah. We didn't eat anything. No. We even came home and we had like dumplings. We're like, all right, that's it. Good night, everybody. Yeah. You know, we were so tired.
Anyway, it was an adventure to be sure.
Yes. But hopefully it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think it is. But yes, he's bougie. He is drama. He loves to look at himself in any and all reflections. He's looked at himself in the refrigerator, in my mirrored fancy gold trash can that I have, and every mirror in the house. He's like, oh, hello there, handsome. So he's definitely a Stewie, 100%. And so now, you know, obviously the trial of potty training has begun, and it is the worst part. Yeah. Literally, for me, it's the worst part.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Luckily, we don't have much carpet. So
well, I'll be traveling, so have fun with that.
I know.
You're going to be a single parent for about a few hours.
Month. I know. Travel, solid month.
That's all right. He'll bond with you really good.
I suppose, you know, and that's the other thing is that, you know, I've got all of this anxiety. He's like, what if he doesn't like me? Because Sasha's so mental. But hopefully he does. He seems to like me all right. For sure. He hasn't kissed me on the face yet. He kissed you on the face, and now I think jealous.
It's because I had lotion on or something.
Well, he kissed you on the face last night too, though. He didn't kiss me. Although I will say this, I don't roll around the floor like you do. Yeah. You roll around the floor with him. I'm not doing that. I tried that last night. I'm like, okay, fine. So I laid on the floor while you were taking a shower, laying on the floor, and he did give me a little lick on the cheek.
Oh, see?
But I'm like, I'm not laying on the floor.
He's a little tiny thing.
I know, he's so little. Like I have not had weeks. Well, and here's the thing. Yeah, he's 8 weeks old. You and I went through it. We've never had a dog this young before.
No, even the other puppies we got were
every dog
older.
We've had is older.
Yeah.
Bodega was probably 12 weeks old. And then Sunny and Sasha was older than that because nobody wanted her.
Sunny was probably closer to 3 months.
They were all much older. So this is like, he's a baby. Like he's it's like crashed out right now.
Getting up steps and all that
He
stuff.
can't. So, yeah, that's so cute though. Anyway, he's precious. I'll post a photo so you can see him.
You have
to. And it's like, once I go public with it though, my mom's gonna be like, I'm coming over.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, please. But everybody, the family will meet him next week.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, you have to catch a plane and I need to wash my face because my eyes are burning and I need to stay awake and drink more coffee.
Yeah.
But hopefully next weekend it will be.
Hopefully it's the return.
2 Uggs. But if it's not, well, you'll just get Mr. Ugg again.
Yeah, sorry.
It'll be fine. Oh, Raiders won. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
We always love it.
1-0. 1-0.
Better than the Chiefs.
Yep.
Taylor Swift's fiance.
Yeah.
Anyway.
God.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye.